Good morning, everybody. Let me try and get some energy because I have maybe 5 minutes before my dad gets here. But as far as what the situation is, today is the day of my cruise. I've basically got to get to Boston, their port, their dock, to depart for a 1 week trip with Norwegian. I live in New York, so that's maybe like a 3.5 hour drive. I only got maybe 3 hours of sleep last night because I was a little busy spending time with Ashley. But yeah, I'm drained right now. But that's what I'm doing. And if you ask, Ashley herself, the worst part about this vacation is the fact that she will not be coming with me, and she's pretty bummed out about that. But I figured, you know what? If I'm always recording the time that we spend together, maybe it might make her feel a little bit better if I record the time I spend away from her. Now that I think about it, though, that might actually be worse because it just makes her more jealous. I'm not really sure if this is a great idea. But hey, it's the spirit of it, right? It's like there's this feeling of her being there with me. I don't know. This is a terrible idea, a very terrible idea. And who knows if I actually remember to record throughout my trip. I mean, it's a whole 1 week thing. But yeah, time is currently 5:51. I'm supposed to be outside ready to go at 6. I already got my bags and everything packed. We got one sort of suitcase, my personal item over there, and this duffel bag. Itinerary is just like from Boston, a day or two out at sea. We're docked in Halifax, Nova Scotia, Canada. And then from there, we spent a couple days out at sea. Then we're in Bermuda, which I've been to before, and a couple days out at sea, back in Boston. Okay, so we've woken up a little bit. It is 6:11, but my dad didn't actually come at 6 on the dot. He was grabbing some coffee, so I got a few more minutes before we actually leave the house. So I guess I can probably just sit and chat for a little bit. As far as for why I like cruises specifically, it kind of speaks to who I am as a person because when I go on vacation, honestly, I'm not looking for much. I mean, there are some vacation days or some vacations in general where I have a very tightly packed itinerary. I have to do X, Y, Z, all these different things that I have planned out. That's if I'm going to a new specific location. But let's just say I have like a day off, I'm just spending it at home. For the most part, I only have to do much. It's mostly just me enjoying my own company, doing some work, things like that. I'm a very productive person. I get a lot of joy out of just working, right? So I've gone 2 cruises before, and both times it felt great because I kind of fell into this rhythm of, yes, doing one or two new things here and there on board the cruise, like watching a show, catching a couple drinks, spending some time at the casino, wink, wink. But in the mornings, it was basically just, me working out, catching up on some projects, right? It always just felt very good. And as far as for, the bang for buck, what I actually get out of it compared to what I pay, it's pretty solid. I can't go into too much detail, but I'm getting heavily discounted prices on these cruises. This one, I spent just the tax portion of the fare, which, for a week long trip at sea, it's about $614. $614 for 7 days. I mean, that kind of pays for a hotel most of the time. Or actually, I think like a week long stay at a hotel would probably cost more at a lot of places and like a lot of like these touristy spots. So not only am I basically getting a 1 week hotel, I'm getting a 1 week hotel and unlimited food and all this free entertainment on board the ship and the actual tourist destinations built in Canada and Bermuda. It's kind of hard for me to go wrong doing this kind of thing. And of course, there's obviously the vacation atmosphere. Everyone else on board is also in this kind of like, party vacation mode. Everyone's laid back. And me personally, I'm not very hard to please. For the most part, I'm pretty easygoing. I don't require fantastic service. But the people that work on these cruise ships, right? Whether they be like from the Philippines or Croatia or wherever else, like whoever works on these ships, they are some of the nicest people I've met in my entire life. They are so nice. I'm always nice to them back. It's always fantastic. It's not like a restaurant where it's kind of like 50-50 these days, whether you get somebody who, actually cares about their job or is happy to serve you or not. But again, like I said, I'm not looking for that. I'm not looking out for that kind of stuff specifically. It's just they are really good, the people on the cruise ships. So yeah, I think I've been yapping enough. I'm gonna start heading downstairs in a little bit to meet my dad there. So yeah, I guess I'll see you guys in a little bit. There he is, my chauffeur. How you doing?
Gabriel.
What's up? It's too early for this? Just say it. It's too early for this. Okay. All right. Well, that's enough of that. Why didn't you let me sleep?
Because we had a great time talking to each other. We don't do that lately because Gabriel is I know everything.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna call off the video now. Yup. There it is. The Peter Max, which is not the
That's
ship.
ours.
That's not
He
ours.
said that's Norwegian.
That's not Norwegian.
That's Norwegian.
So why does it say Peter Max?
Because fucking
I thought this was like a Disney cruise. That's like Disney fonts. Oh, okay. So I guess that is our ship. All right. Well, that works too. Okay, so we've got a little bit of bad news. It would have made for a great video. However, we missed the part where the ship left the dock.
not far. We're not
Unfortunate. So that area, like over there, that's Boston. Both cruises we've been on, the ship leaves around 5. Like 5 on the dot. There's a big horn. Everyone celebrates. It's a pool area. Everything's cool. So we pop out. It's currently 5:08. We figured, okay, we just finished watching the Belgium versus Iran game. We're just about to leave the port, maybe a couple minutes late. We got out here. We're already like a mile or two out to sea. So we kind of missed the big reveal and the big party and celebration and everything, which kind of sucks. But you know what? We're here. All right.
It was raining.
It was raining apparently. Yeah, it started off
Everybody escaped.
Everybody escaped. Yeah, but that's where we're at right now. But you know what opens soon? Casino opens soon. Wink, wink. So we're probably gonna walk around for a little bit, get acquainted with the place, and yeah, we'll keep you posted. All right, so here we are, room 5121, which is an interior stateroom, which means it is very small, very cramped. It is definitely not day 7, the last day of the cruise. It is definitely the first day, and I haven't, forgotten to record the room tour. No, this is definitely day 2. So what you see is basically what you get over here, right? Like as soon as you walk in, there's 2 twin beds on top of, or below, I should say, this other twin bed that you can kind of like put down. There's like a ladder for a bunk. I'm not sure how 3 people could ever fit in here, but it's an option. It is there. Got a little TV here. This is like the super premium Soleil 24-inch plasma screen TV. A lot of my clothes there, some of my stuff, right? Little bookshelf, closet space, which I haven't really been using too much of. That's basically been my closet over there. Got the whole mirror. Ignore how I look. It's, like I said, it's still day 1. We definitely just got here, 100%, nothing else. Cables, baggage, blow dryer in there. And then a very tiny bathroom in here. Let's just get that light on. Yup. That's everything there. So, believe it or not, like, I'm not a very picky person. I can make do with basically any kind of room like this, maybe even smaller. The only problem is this, right? When it comes to... Or actually, let me turn this camera around before I talk. When it comes to interior staterooms, this was actually the first time I was staying in an interior stateroom. My first time I was cruising, I was in a ocean view cabin. Second time, same thing. Haven't had a balcony yet. Probably gonna do that next time. We shall see. But the problem with an interior stateroom isn't necessarily like motion sickness or the boat rocking. In fact, it's actually very stable in here. Like, I don't really feel the boat moving that much at all. except for the days when we're out at sea when the boat kind of goes into maximum speed, then you kind of feel it a little bit, but even then it's less than what you would feel if you're at the top of the ship, because that way if you're up there you're really feeling it. Over here it's where all the stabilizers are. But the worst part is that there's no windows, and that makes it so that your body has no sense of time. So if you're going to sleep or taking a nap, no matter what, you can get 8, 9, 10 hours. If you wake up, your body still feels super tired because there's no sun to take in. It has no sense of like what time it is. So it can be like 12 p.m. and you still feel like, oh man, why are we waking up so early? Even though you're not waking up early at all. But yeah, this is where we're staying. The original plan was to make this like a solo cruise, have some fun. And if that was the case, I would have had an ocean view cabin. But, you know, a couple weeks ago, I made like a little bit of a change, brought my dad along instead. And they don't really have a lot of cabins left, so this is the one we have. And it's the one we had to learn to deal with. Or will learn to deal with, because it is definitely not day 7 when I'm recording this. Alright, so before I forget, I'm going to basically try and like give you guys a look around the ship to figure out what we're dealing with. I'm not really accustomed to normally doing this, especially not with, you know, staff and people walking around, but, you know, we're going to see what we can do. Okay, so first up, kind of like this main area over here, this is what they call the atrium. Now, other cruise ships I've been on with Norwegian, they normally have like a theater where they do all like the main events and stuff, but like all the game shows, movies to watch, stuff like that, bingo, it's kind of hosted here. Got a little piano for little piano ballads, things like that. A lot of like the main action happens around this location. They got a bar there. There's like 20 bars though, so that's not really anything to write home about. We got a little art gallery around here, which reminds me of the art auction, which bad memory, but also a funny memory there. Let's quickly just move on. We've got this main atrium area over here. You know, I said atrium before. I'm pretty sure this is the atrium. Back there, that was kind of just like the lounge. A nice big chandelier. Casinos up top, we'll go there later. A nice little view from the bottom. One of their specialty restaurants, kind of like a French restaurant over here. Let's keep it moving. Comedy club also on this floor. Another bar over here. I'm not really sure what this little platform is used for here, apart from like photo ops. Like I've seen like ladies in dresses and like NCL photographers posed up on here, but apart from that, basically no purpose. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's all it's for, just like photos. Heading into the casino right now. It's gonna get very, very loud. Smoking section to our right. I almost never go in there, it's disgusting. Non-smoking section is the rest of the casino. But we also have Bliss, this is the nightclub. It's pretty crazy around nighttime, especially past like 11. Don't get me started. Back to the casino though. Alright, we got the view from the 7th floor now. We were just down there and now we're up here. Place is pretty busy, but honestly at nighttime it gets even more packed. It's basically like standing room around here. Got some more bars up top. Got a better view of the staircase. Let's keep going. Coming up on another bar, which I'm gonna stop pointing them out and stop recording them at this point. Osha Hans to our left and sort of around the rim of the main venue over here. This is the one spot that's always open 24/7, so if you're up late, 2 a.m., 3 a.m., had a rough night, had a lot of drinks, just want to, you know, cool down with some food or get some other stuff into you, you know, you can just sit here. It's never a problem. Little arcade area here. Would love to go bowling, but it is out of service. Right next to Osha Hans over here. Some other arcade machines. You get like $75 onboard credit, which you can use for stuff like this, so it's not like everything's an add-on. It's still pretty cool. Let me tell you, this thing is terrible, okay? I pride myself on my Pac-Man skills, on my Galaga skills. As soon as I put in my, I swipe my card, first of all, this joystick, very unresponsive, straight up ignores some inputs, and the TV itself like flickers and straight up like goes on and off right in the middle of the action. It's completely terrible, waste of money, very disappointed. Pool table here, pay for play, out of service, no surprise there. Dartboard as well, got the game on. It's been great to watch the World Cup on this cruise.
Who's cruising for more than 10 times?
Sounds like bingo.
20 times? 20 times? 20 times, man!
Yeah, we're leaving. Got a lot of other just like random art on the ship. I'm not really gonna call too much attention to it. we are going to do is step out onto the waterfront, where we got a nice view of the ocean, or it would be a nice view if it weren't so cloudy, weren't so rainy. The giant chessboard was supposed to be here, but you know, inclement weather, probably have it locked up or something. But yeah, nice little side view over here. Up top now, 8th floor. We got the casino and the 6th floor below us. Little wasabi place over here. Another bar over there. A bunch of, like, you know, gift shops, jewelry stores, a bunch of places to get ripped off down there and not even bother. Got another comedy club over here. Got the Italian restaurant La Cucina. That's over here. Now we step out onto the main deck where everyone else is. Like I said, a bit of a misty day, but people are still here. It definitely is not the last day. Definitely day one. Yep, 100%. Got 4 jacuzzis, pool over there. Coming up on the water slide in the jungle gym soon, but yeah, a lot of lounge chairs. You got a 2nd level with more lounge chairs over there. Nice view. Got a little kiddie park here, but also a better view of the slides. Got some racing slides, some regular ones over there. In case you're wondering, because we're in so much fog, the ship has to periodically honk to let other ships that might be in the area know that we're here, because obviously visibility is limited. Got another restaurant up ahead. This is like the main buffet. It's called Garden Cafe. American Diners upstairs. I believe they're already closed. We're inside Garden Cafe right now. They're still getting things ready for dinner time, so nothing's out on display just yet. Heading up to the jogging track now, which I'll use the term jogging track very lightly. It's basically just like a little marked circle around this top deck where it says people are jogging, but let me tell you, nobody ever jogs. They all walk, and most people just have like lounge chairs or other stuff in the way. I actually haven't ran here, I just used a fitness center. But yeah, we're a little bit closer to those racing slides. We have the rare person jogging on the jogging track, right as I say that. Love the irony. Yep, got some more slides. Jungle gym's over there. I said jungle gym's over there. Damn ship keeps interrupting me. Sports complex is upstairs. Fancy word for just like a little like basketball court with like a soccer net, this and that. I guess I might as well show you. So there's that. Pretty cool, I guess. Right next to the jungle gym, which I'm wondering if they're still open because I kind of want to go, even though like the mall is like kind of like kid-like. It's probably closed though, given the weather. I don't see anybody else up there. I have like staff. Arcades in here. I'm gonna leave before it vacuums out my money. And now here is Spice H2O. That is where the incident happened, which if you know, you know. If not, whatever. Might as well get out of here soon. And that's basically everything on board. I mean, I left out a lot of like restaurants and bars. I also did leave out the library just because I don't want to come in there and record when there's a bunch of people there just, you know, sitting in silence, reading or playing board games. But, I mean, listen, you don't have to see those. You kind of know what a bar looks like, restaurant looks like. I will say, though, it is very awkward to just, you know, walk around holding up a camera, especially when there's other people on board the ship, like so. But, yeah, had to get out of the way for the video, so figured what day is better than the last day on board. Okay, I hate this. I'm going to stop now. Bye. End of day one. We've got The Office playing in the background. I hope I don't get a copyright strike. I'm laughing, I'm joking, but that's actually like a real thing. A little bit tired, gotta wake up early in the morning, but I just wanted to at least, you know, check out. Kind of forgot to do the whole room overview just because we got here in a rush, and there were a couple other, what's the word? External factors that came into play. But yeah, we'll probably talk more tomorrow and go into specifics. Bye. Halifax. All right, day 3. Haven't done much recording. I'm not sure how we ended up here, but the first stop on the itinerary was Nova Scotia in Canada. And we only have 6 hours. We got off the boat around 9. We have to be back at 3 o'clock. So I'm not sure how you can plan any kind of day trip with that kind of time. But there was one place that I did want to go to because I know it's in Nova Scotia. And right now, we're already here. This is where my favorite TV show, Trailer Park Boys, was filmed. Or at least one of the locations where it was filmed. It's very hard to get an exact location because they basically use different streets and trailers and parts of other trailer parks. But this is the one street where we know specifically where they shot the intro and where Julian's trailer was. Now, I don't know if anything actually looks the same as it did before. Some of it does. Earlier, just a few minutes ago, we were on the street where they shot the intro. Like all the houses, the colors, almost exactly the same. But we're gonna see Julian's trailer in just a little bit. Weather, not too good. I mean, listen, it is up pretty high north, so I guess it's okay. But yeah, raining, 58 degrees maybe, give or take. Not the best day to be out, but you know, we're making the most of it. Right, so here we are. This is Julian's trailer behind me. I'm gonna keep it short for the people that, you know, actually live here. Don't want to disturb them because I'm just some guy walking around with a camera in the neighborhood. But yeah, this is where a lot of events in the show took place, at least in the first few seasons before they got their own trailer park. I went through a renovation, so it doesn't quite look the same as it used to, but you know, still feels crazy that we're here. I can practically hear the theme song in my head. Da, 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 da. Anyway, gotta call my Uber. Let's get out of here. So we are in beautiful, sunny, humid, sticky, gross Bermuda. What is this, day 5, day 4? I think it's day 4. So Dad bought some snorkeling gear, I think that's what you call it. Some goggles to see into the ocean because the water here is crystal clear. Weather's actually not as bad as I thought it would be. It's 80 degrees, but very humid, very sticky. But I mean, considering it's late June, it could be a lot worse, you know? But yeah, we gotta basically ride some local buses to get to this kind of like private beach where we're gonna spend some time by the water. But for now, we just got some walking to do. So yeah, that's where we're at. Gonna be heading down there soon, just gotta find the right way. I think we made it, finally. My t-shirt is drenched, but I think we made it. Oh yeah. So a bit of bad news. Unfortunately, I had such a great time at the beach that I kind of just forgot to record it. I mean, part of it was the fun, but also I was getting a tan, I was tired, I kind of took a nap, I went back in the water, back and forth. But yeah, long story short, it was maybe like 20 minutes after we left when I realized, oh wait a minute, I didn't record it. But if I could just paint the mental picture for you, or maybe I'll just like put up some stock images or stock footage. Water, super clear. Not actually that warm. It was actually a little bit chilly, but you get used to it very quickly. And especially when you get hot with like a suntan, it's incredible to have to go in there. Great experience, you know, like no shards of glass in the water like Rockaway Beach, you know, no litter. It's just super clean. So I had a great time. Now we're hanging out in Hamilton, which is kind of like their downtown there in Manhattan. So unfortunately, we got a big sunburn. I can already feel it with the straps like on my shoulders. And I did put on sunscreen, but oof, that sun was crazy to me. And combined with the humidity, like I'm dripping right now. But anyway, we're gonna try and record some more footage. I've already kind of slacked off for recording a lot, but maybe I can pick up the pace from here. So we'll see. Heading back to the ship now. A little bit of bad news. Got a way bigger sunburn slash suntan than what I was expecting, even with my great sunscreen, my very expensive sunscreen that's free of parabens and all the chemicals and other bullshit that's in every other sunscreen. But now that I'm sunburned, I'm starting to wonder if, you know, those chemicals are actually what keeps you safe when you put on that regular sunscreen. Because boy, it does not feel good right now. I am not looking forward to taking off my shirt when I get back to the apartment later. I am not looking forward to taking a shower. I'm scared for my life right now. Okay, the moment of truth. We're back in my room. Oh, hold on. Gotta put the key cord into the thing since my dad took his any second now. Okay, fantastic. That's back in there. I don't want to take this shirt off, but I'm gonna have to. Or actually, let me get a better look. I think somewhere like over here should be better. Okay. You ready for this? I'm gonna try and there's not like a good place to put this camera. So 3, 2, 1. And here we are. Oh my dear God. Oh my dear God. I don't even think the camera is doing a good job of like capturing just how pink I am. And how about my back? Is my back? Oh my dear Lord. Yep. So I'm basically out of commission for like the next couple of days. I don't even know if I can go out of the ship back into Bermuda after this. It just hurts to like do anything. My chest was itchy earlier today. I scratched it. It felt like it was like a burning there for like 2 straight minutes. Ooh, this is not good. I mean, listen, hopefully that means there's gonna be some like sun tanning going on, but yeah, it's not looking good, guys. Okay, I'm gonna go lay down. I'm going to try and lay down, correction, and see how that works out. See you on the other side. Dinner right now in the Manhattan room. Got some live music. Big venue. Stop snoring. Thank you. Okay, so just about done packing up. That's my stuff over there. Got one change of clothes for later today we still have to take care of, but this is my dad's stuff. Got some cables here too, but basically we're just about all wrapped up, ready to go. Tomorrow around 6 o'clock we will be getting off the ship. As far as for my thoughts on this cruise, honestly a little bit complicated. I loved cruising up until this one, and don't get me wrong, I still enjoyed it, but I think there were a couple of things that kind of came to light this time around that didn't in the other ones. And I think it's just because it's the third time that I'm cruising that all these things kind of came to my mind, if that makes sense, right? So number one, I feel like this ship didn't really have much going on. The first one we went on was the Prima, which was like a brand new ship. We went on in 2025. That ship itself came out in 2022. Everything was polished, brand new. Staff was very friendly. Second cruise we went on was on the Gem, which was a much older ship. Don't get me wrong. It definitely felt like it. But at that point, we were actually there for the poker main event, which is basically kind of like their world tournament for poker. And my dad was able to qualify for it. He almost placed at the final table. He finished like 13th. But it was a very big tournament. A lot of the stuff going on that ship was related to that tournament. So it always felt like it was very exciting, very lively to be on. This one, in comparison, I mean, you know, we went to Bermuda, which we've been there before. So as good as Bermuda is, and we definitely had a lot of fun there, we've been there already. The other stop was Halifax in Canada, which honestly, you know, we were only there for about 6 hours. So what can you really do with that kind of time in the first place? It was raining, it was cold, so not ideal. And then the rest of the days were just out at sea. And as far as for things to do on the ship, I mean, there was like a water slide, there's a pool, a jacuzzi, some free food. And it's great, you know, like I loved all these things in the first 2 cruises, but I think by the third time you're going, you kind of just, your, I guess, emotional or excitement baseline kind of like levels out. So it feels like all this stuff is to be expected. You're not quite as grateful, which I guess is more of a psychological thing and not really just like how the cruise line itself works. So I guess quality is still the same, But as far as for everything else, I guess quality is still the same. Or maybe it isn't. I don't know. I feel like a lot of the portion sizes were smaller, the quality of the food, the variety of the food at the buffets and some of the complimentary dining places were, kind of so-so. I still had a great time, don't get me wrong. I ended up making money at the casino, wink wink. And I think I gambled so much that they've actually given me a complimentary cruise for next time. So, hey, that's next vacation already taken care of. But yeah, I think I gotta think a little bit more strategically as far as for the type of room I'm in, for one thing. Definitely want to have at least like a window, but maybe like a balcony next time. Location is also a big thing. I want to go somewhere new, and also somewhere where the itinerary for like what we're doing day by day is a little more packed instead of just like 2 days at the place we're supposed to be and that's about it. And also actually managing time more effectively, just because there is some events on this ship, but we kind of either slept through or kind of skipped over a lot of that stuff. Don't get me wrong, we still went to a couple different items here and there, but I don't know, it kind of felt like we were going through the motions with this one. Oh yeah, and also where we're departing from, because here we had to drive all the way to Boston just to actually leave and get on this ship. We had to pay a bunch for parking. If I go in the future from Florida or Miami or wherever else, I either have to, pay to park my car somewhere, or, pay for a flight and have to worry about, their take on limitations. It's a bunch of logistics, and I can tell you from my experience on my second cruise that having to fly to a different location, like a different state, and then fly back from there after the cruise, it can be very exhausting. Because if you're 1 week out at sea, like the last thing on your mind is now having to go to an airport or having to wait to go to an airport the day after, and that's what happened on that cruise. So ideally speaking, like my next cruise would be one that departs just from New York City, from the Manhattan terminal, is on a different cruise line just to have a little bit of variety, is something with an ocean view, maybe like a balcony cabin, and something that where I have the day-to-day planned out a little bit better, and where the day-to-day itinerary for that cruise is also a little bit more exciting. But overall, I had a good time. I really can't complain. I still have, I want to say, most of today left to go. It's about 4 o'clock right now. We'll just see what happens, and yeah, we'll take it from there. Back on dry land, another successful trip.
This way, right?
We're both pretty tired, but it's only 7:30, which means that it's only a 3.5 hour shot to get back home. So we're gonna maybe stop for some food here and there, maybe at a casino or two, because he's a degenerate gambler, and we'll take it from there. But yeah, that's it for today. Stitching together the video now. We are in the car right after the cruise. My dad had to make a little bit of a pit stop, so for right now I'm just alone in the car, but I'm kind of just sitting a little cramped style trying to stitch all these video clips together. Just render the video, get it ready to upload so I don't have to worry about anything when I get back. My original plan was to kind of hold off on uploading or editing anything up until I see Ashley. I kind of wanted to make her a part of the video. But the more I thought about it, I kind of just thought, listen, I don't want to make things too manufactured or forced for the camera and this and that. I'd rather have my private time with her, especially after so long, remain private, not make it something that's like public like that, even for us too, right? So overall, yeah, had a great time, was a great cruise, but now we got to get back to what's important. And if anything, best case scenario for the next one, it won't just be me on there. Hopefully it'll be me and her both, but I guess we'll see. All right, well, I'll see you guys on the other side. All right, take care. Bye.